looking for a university that offers quality, innovative courses and in an incredible location here in beautiful Borneo, you should be here.
Now, the Curtin Business School courses we offer are accredited by the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business.
Now, due to Curtin's strong ties with industry, our graduates have been able to secure diverse and interesting positions all around the world. That's why you should be here. So here we are at the Faculty of Humanities. We have courses which are forward-thinking, practical, creative, and relevant to society. We offer a Bachelor of Arts Mass Communication degree and postgraduate studies by research in media, culture, and creative arts. And within all these courses, students can tailor their studies to suit their particular career goals. That's why you should be here. So here we are in the Faculty of Engineering and Science, where all courses are accredited by Malaysian and Australian authorities. In addition, industry assists us in the formulation of those courses, and this gives the students a great opportunity for work placement in this oil and gas hub of Miri, and that is why you should be here.
We also have foundation studies
For preparation for your degree in arts, commerce, or engineering and science. This university has a wonderful staff-student ratio, and we have a state-of-the-art facility technologically and in teaching and learning. And that's why you should be here. Okay, we've come to the end of our little brief tour of Curtin Malaysia, and I hope you enjoyed it. And it only remains for us to say...
Wow. Welcome. Hello, everyone. So my name is Jane. Welcome to another episode of Going Places with a Curtin Degree. So I'm the president of Curtin University Alumni Malaysia chapter, and I graduated with a Bachelor of Commerce from Curtin in Finance and Marketing way back in 2002. So if you're an alumni of Curtin and you are Malaysian anywhere in the world, please do be part of our Facebook group at www.facebook.com/groups/myalumni-chapter. So Curtin Malaysia is the largest international campus of Curtin, established in Malaysia since 1999. That's 22 years. In Malaysia this year, study the same course curriculum as students at the main campus in Perth and other Curtin campuses. Study materials, academic calendar, and the exam are also identical. Same quality, but with much more affordable fees in Malaysia. So you could start in Malaysia, then transfer to study abroad later. You'll have opportunities to transfer to the main Curtin campus in Perth or branch campuses in Singapore, Dubai, or Mauritius on student exchange, or transfer to complete your degree. And you can do what I did, which is study 3+0 in Malaysia, then graduate in Perth, right? So I had my graduation ceremony, the summer graduation at Perth. So also being to both Perth and Miri, I always say that Malaysia campus is like a mini version of the Perth campus. And the lifestyle in Miri is like Perth in Malaysia. So if you've never been to Miri, you got to go. So in this episode, we are featuring 3 media and mass communication alumni from the Curtin Malaysia campus, who some are now working in mass media and mass communication role, and some have expanded to other branches. So stay with us in this webinar. This is webinar number 7 to find out what inspired them to choose their career path, their working life in those roles, and how a Curtin education and degree helped them achieve those success. If you share this video and comment with a hashtag Curtin Malaysia, you will stand a chance to win 2 Food Panda vouchers, and Curtin Malaysia merchandise. Curtin merchandise, like this shirt, perhaps, make tomorrow better. I don't know what they're giving to you. It's a surprise. I probably want your gift as well. So there are 6 lucky winners. All right, 6 lucky winners will be selected and announced at the end of the session. So make sure you post. Make sure that your post is set to public so that we can see your shared post. All right, so we have 3 panelists and our moderator, which is Dr. Ngu. And Dr. Ngu Ik Ying has more than 10 years teaching experience with Curtin Malaysia. So I think we have her slideshow, right? Can we take a look at her slideshow? Before this, she's worked as a journalist in the Star Publications, news stringer for Malaysia Kini, and occasionally contributed articles to regional Chinese newspaper United Daily Miri. She obtained her master's from University Science Malaysia and Doctor of Philosophy from Curtin University Australia. And she was a recipient of Curtin Offshore Partner Research Scholarship and has won the Curtin Malaysia Excellence in Teaching Award of year 2021. Right, look at her with all her students, and wow, I think she's a fantastic lecturer, and it's good to have such amazing talent in the Curtin family. Right, so let's see Dr. Ngu. Hi, Dr. Ngu, are you there?
Hi. Hello, I'm
Hi.
here. Nice to meet you, Jen.
Nice to meet you too. It's amazing how with technology like this, we're like, I'm in
Yes.
KL, you're in Miri, right?
Yes.
Good, like, we're talking like we're just in front of each
Parallel.
other.
Yes. Nothing can stop
Right?
us. Yes.
Awesome. So tell me about your teaching experience. 10 years with Curtin.
Yes.
Tell me all about that.
From where? From the first day?
Yeah, do you remember your first day?
I like Curtin because we deal with international students and also local students. The interesting part is you get to teach Australian programs, but you put it in a Malaysian context. And you are constantly, developing the syllabus. You constantly learn and update. And you interact with students from different walks of life and countries. And now, because of COVID, we also learn how to move offline to online. So it's always something new. You get something new, and then you learn something new, and you are always in good progress. So I like this place, yes. And it's Miri is a nice place.
Yeah, Miri
With
is
a good
a
quality
very nice
life,
place.
yes. Like I agree with what you say just now. Perth, Miri, quite
It's
the
like
same,
very
yes.
similar, right? And being to both campuses, I feel that the Miri campus is like a
mini size,
campus,
yes.
right? It's a mini size.
Yes.
Yeah. And
But
I remember the first time I went to Miri campus, they were telling me, okay, Jay, in that river, there used to be crocodiles. Is it
yes,
still there?
sometimes when he was lost, he will come in.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So it's like a
But
National
I never
Geographic
see it
too.
for the past 10 years.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Never
Okay.
see it. But we believe.
All right.
We believe.
Fantastic. So tell me about your Curtin Malaysia Excellence in Teaching Award 2021.
I
Well
got it
deserved
this
award.
year. So I would like to thank my students also for their cooperations, make me have fun in the class. And we also have, assessor who look at what we did. Yes, the guest speaker that we have invited. So I would like to thank everyone who actually helped me out, my colleagues, my boss, and also my students.
Wow, fantastic. You're actually a favorite,
Having a Grammys award. Huh?
Sorry?
I feel like receiving a Grammy Awards and giving speech.
Yeah, because you're so popular, everyone likes you.
Thank you so much.
And I think the students are really blessed to have such a talented lecturer like you. So
I'm also
shall we
happy
bring
to
on the
have them.
panelists?
Yes.
All right. So our first panelist is Lani Hoshishi. She's an active student, current voice talent, and dancer who graduated from Curtin University Malaysia in 2021. Wow, she's our latest baby. So, with a bachelor degree in arts, mass communications, public relations, and corporate video production, she is currently a radio announcer at Hits Sarawak at Astro Radio Kuching. Right. Very pretty lady here.
And cute, yes.
Yes. Our next panelist is Sheikh Tamid Ha. Tamit has been in the aviation industry since graduation, working in some high-profile companies, client services at Air France, logistics specialist at API, and currently assistant operation manager. Tamit was a former athlete who represented the Bangladesh national basketball team and highly involved in student leadership programs during his time at Curtin. And he graduated in 2018. Our last panelist is Julius Tan. As the recipient of 2014 Datuk Sri Celestine Ujang Aikjilan Best Film and TV Students Award. That's a mouthful, but I did it. Julius graduated in 2014 with a bachelor's degree in communication, majoring in marketing. Joined the largest Chinese newspaper in the country, Sinchu Daily, as a business journalist soon after graduating, covering economy and financial news. In 2 years, he garnered 2 prestigious Chinese media awards, the 2015 Tan Sri Dato Sri Long Hoi Kam Excellence Property Article Award and 2016 Dato Koh Peng Cho Excellence in Finance and Economy Article Award. Currently, he is working as the lead analyst in a big data company, EBDES Malaysia, providing data-enabled strategic and management consultation to the public and private sectors, and is also the secretary of Curtin University Alumni Malaysia chapter. So, wow, that's a big Rafalsia there, I see. Managed to see Rafalsia. Wow, I'm jealous. So let's bring up our panelists.
Oh. Okay, see Lenny, Julius. Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, Tamit. Hello, Julius. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the floor to my awesome moderator, Dr. Ngu, and I hope you guys enjoy this session. I'll see you guys later after everything. So over to you, Dr. Ngu. Take care.
Thank you, Jen.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. Hello, good afternoon. We are here again. This is the real show. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
And also to all the
More or less.
audience at the other side, welcome to another exciting Going Places with a Curtin Degree. It's the number 7, but we will make it the most interesting one because this is a media and communication session. This is one of the most popular courses in Curtin Malaysia. And we also welcome whoever is in front of the screen. I can't see you, but we would like you to be with us. You can just leave your comment anytime. So what is today about? I believe if you're fascinated by the world of media, either it's from news to social media or anything in between, or maybe whoever is new here, you are considering a new media degree. Please stay tuned with our forum today. We are going to share with you a lot of exciting stories from our panelists. So before we proceed, remember to share this video to the Curtin Malaysia Facebook page. And then remember to put a hashtag Curtin Malaysia, and you will stand a chance to win 2 Food Panda voucher and very exciting Curtin merchandise. We will pick the first 6 lucky winner. All right, so let's start today's session. First of all, I would like to go around the room, and I would like to ask all the panelists, could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you do in your current job? As usual, we will start with the ladies. Lenny, so could you tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you do in your current job?
All right. So my name is Lenny. I am currently a radio announcer at Hit Sarawak. So as an announcer, I'm kind of like a personality, so to say, like not only on the radio, but also on social media. So first of all, I have to talk on the radio. That's the most basic part of my job. And also I create content a lot. You'll probably see me on TikTok before if you use the app a lot. And outside of radio announcing, my job actually encourages me to do other works outside as well, like TV hosting. I'm doing dancing as well on the side, and I am currently working on a music video with an artist as well. So it's basically anything and everything that I can do to push myself out there inside the entertainment industry. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. And I also do voice acting. So yeah, like if anyone wants me to voice anything, like here's a plug.
You can contact Lenny after this. So do you need to
Contact
travel
me.
a lot? Yes. Do you need to
Uh,
travel a lot, like roadshow, or mostly in the studio?
right now, because I started when, like it's during the pandemic, right? So we haven't had much works like outside, but usually we do have to travel from time to time. For the TV show, recently I went to Cebu for the first time. So yeah, I do travel like sometimes for work, but not like all the time so far because of the pandemic. But probably, once everything's over, I'll probably be going around more often. Yeah.
So how long have you been in the radio industry?
I've been, now it's December. I started in May, so it's been like a
About
little
a
over
year.
half a year. Yeah. And that's like, I actually got this job like before I graduated. So
That's good.
yeah, like, cause like we're having like
Oh, you are
online
still in
classes,
semester
right?
one. When you
No,
are still in
yeah, it
semester one.
was, yeah, and that was my final semester. So I only had one unit at the time. So I was like, all right, like I think I can manage it. So I managed to get the job. So before I even graduated, I'm like, oh, I'm set.
Congrats. Did you audition for
Yeah.
it, or you just apply? Submit your
I just applied.
paperwork and
I submitted my resume, and a lot of the things that I did when I was in university actually helped me get the job. For example, when I was in uni, I had after hours. There's a kind of like, I'm not sure what they are right now. I think they're like a club in Curtin right now. They do like talk shows. They create a lot of content on their platform. So then I was a talk show host on that on after hours. So
you
they
get
saw my
noticed
video.
because of that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like, oh, okay, this girl can talk. Let's just meet her, and they just asked me to come in for an interview. Yeah, then I got the
How's
job.
the interview? Is it like writing or just speaking, or they need you to do it on the spot demo?
It's mostly they want to get to know you because when you're doing radio, it's more about who you are and your personality. Because what people are listening to is like kind of like what can they grab onto, like what kind of interest do you have, what do you do like apart from like working and stuff like that. So like I watch a lot of anime, I dance as well. Dancing is like a really big part of my life, so they kind of ask me questions about my life, my interests and all that. And then after that we went to like the studio. Like I was not prepared at all. Like I just went in, and then like they asked me to try to
on
be
the
a radio
spot?
announcer. Yeah, on the spot. You're like, just talk about anything. And I'm like, okay.
Is that free topic? You
Yeah,
just talk
free
about
topic.
yourself.
Yeah, I was like talking about anime that time.
How many assessors are there on the spot? All the producers, your supervisors, they are the interviewer?
It was there was the branch head, and there was also the music executive who was there interviewing me. And then like in the studio, it was just the music executive. His name is Kiyoshi. Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We hope
Yeah.
to tune in your program as well. What time is it usually? Your program?
It's every weekday, 3 to 8 p.m. Sometimes I'm on Saturday too. Like it's a rotation kind of thing. So sometimes it's Saturday 1 to 4 as well.
So we can dedicate songs to our friends. Just call in.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
text
just
you.
call in. You can text me, DM me, or you just call into the Hits WhatsApp or something, and then I can play the song for you.
Yes, whoever is interested, remember, you can text Lenny or just call in. Thank you, Lenny. It sounds very exciting. Let's move on to our second panelist, Julius. Hello, Julius. I think you are working with analytical big data company. Do you want to tell a little bit about yourself and also your current job?
Okay, so my name is Julius. I was graduated in 2014. So
I think Julius is breaking down a bit.
Is it? Can you hear me?
Okay, let's try again.
Can you hear me?
A little bit soft.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now better.
Yeah.
Okay, now
is
good.
It okay
now it's good. Now it's good.
Okay, so my name is Julius. So I graduated in 2014. I am considered a very many years senior to both of another panelist. So yeah, and I work as a big data analyst now. So as a lead analyst, but so I think a lot of people will be wondering how I came to what I am today, right? Like, from mass comm to big data analyst. So actually, I start as a finance journalist. So it's reporting on business, about corporate world in Malaysia. So and after after you'll be dealing with all the economy and business news stuff. So then it's kind of like a natural transition to be a management consultant. So uh, even though my company is a big data analytic company, but we are actually technically a management consultant, but we're using data to advise our clients. So yeah, it's kind of like, it's a new thing. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't know what we are actually doing, but if I can say.
Yes, I think your voice is a bit breaking up.
Is it? Okay. So maybe I should use
Yeah.
another.
Yes, I think, Julius, your line is not stable, is it? The voice is a bit breaking up. It's okay. We will give you some time to fix it. Shall we move to, yes. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. So just so you mentioned about your first job is as a
So I'm
finance
not sure.
journalist. Can I ask you, why
is
do
it
you
at your
choose
side?
finance? Yes.
Oh, you mean why do I choose finance when
And
I
not political,
become a
social
journalist?
news. Yes.
Yeah, when you are, I mean, why finance? Because that time I remember the first during the interview, the article they asked me to write why I want to choose finance, right? My answer actually I write, a lot of people go big or go broke in the financial market. So I'm just curious how the whole thing works. So I want to become a financial journalist. So that's why
And
I
it
answer
links
the
you to
interview.
your data. All right. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Julius. Let's move to Tamit. Hello, Tamit.
Hi, Ms. Neil.
Are you
Hi,
in
Ms.
the
Neil. How's it
United
going?
States? Hello, I'm good. How are you? What time is it in New York now?
Right now it's 1:30 a.m.
Thank you for joining us. So
You're welcome.
do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you do?
Okay. All right. So I graduated from Curtin University in 2018 with a bachelor's in media and PR. Right after I graduated, I moved to New York. I started working with Air France. I was there for a while. I was doing customer service and all the airport stuff basically. Uh, From there, I moved on to a company called API, and I was running logistics for a few different airlines, but I was mostly working on JetBlue. I was handling their crew movements and their hotels, accommodations and all that. And then about a year ago, I started being a transportation manager. So I was running logistics for the airlines, making sure flights take off on time, basically. And that's what I've been doing for the last year or so. And there's a little update on my resume. I just left the airline industry, and right now I just moved over to the railroad business. So as of now, I'm handling food and beverages logistics for one of the major rail lines in America right now.
So is your first job started in New York until
Yes.
now?
Yes.
So why
So
do you choose New York?
well, my family lives here, so right after I graduated, I always had a plan that I was going to move here. So as soon as I finished my last semester, I moved here and started working.
How's working in the aviation? Is it hectic or?
It's very hectic. Like aviation is something that I've never really thought that I would be doing because it's not what I studied for. I was actually thinking about going into PR. But when you hit the job market, you don't say no to whatever offers you have. And Air France was a really good offer at that time. And one of the biggest things were they were offering flight benefits, so I wouldn't say no to free flight tickets.
Yes.
So yeah, and that's how I started, and I've been in the airline business for 4 years.
How's the working life? Do you work on shift, out time zone, or flying different countries?
Well, When I was there with Air France, it was working shifts because I had different, I used to work the times when we had flights leaving New York. And then when I moved to API, I was working on few different time zones depending on whatever airline I was assigned to. So API is basically one of the biggest logistics companies that runs logistical requirements for different airlines. And at the time I was with them, we had 40 airline clients, and I used to work with JetBlue and a few other airlines here and there, but JetBlue was my account. And then well, this was during the pandemic and travel was off. However, the airline business was still going because flights were still taking off, domestic flights were going, essential flights were still running. And then through my contacts at this job, I came into contact with a company called Skyhop, and they basically run ground logistics, and they were opening up an office in New York. And I did a couple of interviews and everything went well, and I was one of their first managers in New York, and I was there for over a year.
Nice. It sounds very challenging.
It was very challenging
Yes.
because with the aviation industry, after I left my first job, all the other jobs were basically whatever the airline needs. And my last job, I was working way too much. I was working nonstop without days off.
But now you can rest.
A little bit, yes. With the change in career, I'm doing pretty good right now.
Yes, you look good. You're bright.
Thanks.
So just like you mentioned that you take on a job that is not related to media. So how do you, after so many years, 4-5 years, what do you think of your media degree and this the two jobs that you have went through? Because people always say that what you study may not necessarily be what you do. I think you experience this, and what do you think of this statement?
That's absolutely true because the university, it gives you like a foundation. It gives you knowledge and basically gives you a few tricks that you have. But once you hit the real job market, you might not be working in where you graduate from, and that's perfectly what happened with me. With customer service, it was all about presenting yourself, and I've always been like a speaker. I've always been the guy who talks to people, so that really helped me out with that. And then last couple of years since I've transitioned over to management, considering I've had a lot of elective units that were management and marketing related, it really helped me out because it just translated well for me.
So the knowledge and skills that you acquire as a Curtin student help you in your present and also previous career.
Yes, definitely.
Even though it's not directly related, but some
Yes.
extent it nurture you.
Yes,
Thank you.
it definitely has. Like, I haven't used the media part, but I've definitely used the PR, the marketing, the management. I've used all of that.
I think that's the exciting part about Curtin Degree, because you get to major PR, marketing, or something else. Let us move back to Lenny. What do you think? A lot of people say that what you study is not necessarily what you do. Do you think that the knowledge and the skill that you acquire as a Curtin student help you in your current job? I think it's pretty much related.
Oh, sorry, my mic was off.
Yes.
I definitely think it does help because, okay, when I just came into university, I feel like there's so many things that I wasn't aware about. And then like when I started studying like the different courses and everything, especially Mr. Terry's classes, like they're always very critical, and it made me really think about, like the kind of issues that are going on in the world, like, open up my eyes to the world around me and understand like other kinds of issues that are going on. So it definitely opened up my eyes and like made me take into account a lot of other different things. So when, as a radio announcer, I feel like that's very important because, well, we have to be very sensitive to a lot of things, and we need to be understanding before we are able to responsibly, oh my goodness, responsibly, talk and, deliver news, even though like at Hits, it's like very entertainment based, right? So we always try to have fun. We're talking about the artist and everything, but at times we do talk about COVID. And when it comes to that, the research skills that we have, the ability for us to like really critically think and understand the situation very quickly, like it really helped, I feel like, for me to be able to be confident and in delivering that kind of news when I have to. Yeah. that
Yes,
kind
I
of
agree.
stuff.
Like as a public broadcaster, we tend to like pay attention to ethics. We tend to be sensitive to different culture, different religion. Even though it's entertainment, but
Yes.
sometimes we also need to look at very broad perspective, like into different
Yeah.
culture, different ethnic. I think that is a good experience where the uniques will help you. How about Julius? What do you think? Do you think that what you study, people say that what you study may not necessarily be what you do? What do you think? Do you think it helps you in your career, the uniques that you have taken and the skill that you have learned?
I think it certainly do because I mean, even though I have quite some career change, right, from journalist to become a analyst in a consultant company. But the thing is, ultimately, these two jobs require us to be a generalist, which is what the course offer. I mean, we know everything. I mean, they call it jack of all trade, but I think we are master of something. Not really just jack of all trade, but uh, to me, the most important thing I learned from the courses is about communication, interacting with others, and how to talk in the mass and how to talk when you interpersonal communications. Because and as a journalist, we always have to deal with, especially when I work as a finance journalist, we have to deal with a lot of high level people. I mean, a CEO or executive directors and such. So when you are a fresh grad or something, right, you tend to be quite timid. You're afraid when you see someone who are in a high power positions or something. But because we do a lot of presentations and stuff in the classes, it makes us quite natural when we have to deal with this kind of situation. And from there, in the same time, because I taught journalism, so I think in journalism it helps you to construct your mind in a very structural way in conveying the message you want to convey to the public in the most layman term. So by the time, I mean, when I changed my career and become a consultant become an analyst. So this kind of thing actually helped me to construct my uh, problem statements, and it helped me to get the business requirements and stuff like that. So it's not really like the hard skill job we learn, like those kind of technical things that actually helping us, but it's the whole university experience that actually can help. They actually helped me in in my career. Yeah.
So you took journalism and critical
Yes.
thinking and writing, analytical skill is very important in your work.
Yeah.
Can you
So I
explain
think
a
it's
little bit like one of the case that you're working on, how you apply this on that?
okay.
Like
So
yeah.
actually, as a analyst, right, a lot of people would thought
Mm.
we do a lot of mathematics or something. Actually, it's not. What we do the most is actually deconstruct the problem. I mean, when you give us a problem, say, some of our client is the government, sometimes it's the private industry. So for say you have a problems, okay, how to survive in the pandemic when, if you are working in airline for say, so we need to deconstruct this problem in a very structural way and try to find the root cause and and then the most important thing is get the buy-in from the management. Ultimately, in every job we are about persuading, no matter you are in engineering, you are in whatever field you are. In the end, if you don't get buy-in in the things you from the stakeholder about the things you do, ultimately you cannot achieve anything. No, even though you are engineer, you are very good in engineering, or you are we have a lot of data scientists in the office. So some of the data scientists is very skillful when it comes to statistical manipulation and stuff. But when they fail to convey the message and they fail to bring in the context for the whole thing, for the problems, it's actually you wouldn't get any response from the client and stuff. So this is actually the gaps that actually for people as a generalist like us that can fill in, because we tends to be the one that can get the problem easily, when we talk to people, and we can actually construct the things in a way that people can understand easily. So there are a lot of cases. This is some of the cases lah. We actually deconstruct the thing and reconstruct. I think this is really the skill we actually learn in the journalism. Like, sometimes there can be a very complex case, like, Middle Eastern, uh, Middle East conflict or something. It's actually very historical and stuff. But we need to deconstruct the whole thing and make it into very simple things so everyone can understand. Yeah.
So we learn to construct, deconstruct, and then reconstruct. It sounds like you
Yeah.
are playing with mind games. So looking back to the units that you have taken in degree in Curtin Malaysia, is there any particular unit that you think influenced you as a media person or your current path the most? Any particular unit that you learned from your degree or even foundation?
To me,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 216. I remember the course name. 216 is something very theoretical, and it's about consumerism, those kind of things. So sorry, I'm a very theoretical person. If you remember, the 16 personality, I am an N, so I am very intuitive. I like to think very broad stuff. So that courses actually suit me quite well because I like to debate conceptual things and things and deconstruct conceptual things. So so it's kind of like I think that's the best part of studying mass comm, because it's not actually doesn't really suit my personality in a sense, because people will think if you're N, you should take in something which is like mathematics or something science based, STEM, same. But actually studying in communication give me another perspective in looking in situation, and it actually broadened my skill set. I don't it's actually helped me to
see things in a broad way.
Improve my shortcoming, improve my weakness, because my weakness tend to be the S part, but actually I'm not those kind of people who look into all the small detail and care about the worldly things. But I mean, so that's the unit I love the best, because it's dealing with N, like talking about what is consumerism, how to deconstruct communication, and why people perceive message in certain way, this kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the classes I love the best, and I think it's quite useful now, because the thing I gain from that is criticalness. That means whatever you tell me, how to deconstruct the thing and how to look at it. Like last time, I remember one of the things I do is on Chicago's. I mean, some
Chicago stuff.
some school of thought. Some school of thought about media, and then how they see media. Like, how they see media, and then we have to, you have to construct their, deconstruct their idea and then debate against it. That's the part I love the best, because I love debating.
I think Julius pointed out one very important part, which is media is not really all about production or entertainment. It can be critical, academic. So it's a two very exciting part. And what do you think? Does media student dislike mathematics, or they can also like mathematics? Because a lot of people say, okay, I choose media because I don't like maths, or I'm not good in maths. Does it apply to you?
Another two might be disagree with me, but I personally I am someone who get full score in statistics, so I love mathematics in a lot of sense. So that's why it's actually, that's why hence my job actually is kind of like the best job for me now, because I can use the critical part and I can use the mathematical part. So to me, I don't see this as a conflicting thing, but I understand. When I was a student, right, I asked a lot of my friends, why do you join media? They said, oh, because I don't like math. But then to me,
unique one.
I am the weird one lah. So that's why I cannot fit into them. No, not really. I fit in quite well with them. But
we can see that Julius. Julius has a lot of things going on in the mind, like debating, a lot of critical thinking.
Yeah. Before I talk about something, I start formulating the whole things in my mind. But so I think a lot of media students tend to be more peace person, diplomatic. Diplomatic person.
We're friendly and nice. What diplomatic?
Yeah. So I am the non-diplomatic one. I go there and blunder and like a tank, roll over everyone.
Julius, you and me, we would have been friends, man. I don't listen to other people either. I just do what I feel like.
Let's go to
I
actually
feel like more people in media, like the ones that really stand out, are people like Julius, because you need to speak your mind when you're in the media industry.
Yeah.
In order for you to
or else you will be just another person, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to be another person. We want to be us.
Because they want to look for something original and authentic. Yes.
Yeah.
So be brave to be yourself. So I would like to ask Tammy the next
another
one.
thing you learn in mass comm. That's also another thing you learn in communication. Yeah.
So Tammy, do you like mathematics? I just asked your
I'm
friend.
not a big fan of it, but you know, I know how to add and subtract. I know my multiplications. But, you know,
So is
like
that the reason you choose
tell
media?
me this: have any of you guys ever used the value of pi in your life? Like ever? Like,
I do.
has it ever come up?
I do. I do now.
Well, except for Julius.
Not me, but I do enjoy maths.
I
We
like
have a,
I like getting my paychecks and I like counting what I get. So that's if that counts.
I like that as well. So which unit is your best in your degree?
Oh, that's a
A
tough one.
lot.
I really enjoyed the practical ones, the ones that we had to go out. Some of the journalism courses. Ms. Nu, you've seen us travel. We have gone around a lot of places when we had those practicals, the final documentaries, the video shoots, and all of that. So I wouldn't have anything particular that was one of my favorites, but it's always the ones that we had to go out because I was never a reader. I was always a doer. So it was those. I enjoyed Dr. Sham's classes a lot because that like the way she taught certain topics was mind blowing. Like if you really paid attention in her class, you never had to read a book. So yeah, during my time in Curtin, I kind of enjoyed almost everything except for the written exams and the papers. Did not like the papers.
So Tamil likes everything. I think you're an adventurous person, and it
Yes.
does reflect in your career now. Sometimes I can see that your personality and what you like during your study actually reflects in your career later.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, and I kind of believe that I am an adventurous person.
Yes.
In the 4 years since I've left my university, I've changed 3 jobs, and it's not because I don't get along in the job well. It's because as soon as I get a hand of something, I get an understanding of something, I want to see what's next. And if you follow my career, it's always a step up. I've never taken a step going down. So
Ideas
I
when you
do
learn
believe
something new.
exactly. I'm always chasing, the next thing that I could learn.
Yeah. If we look at the audience, we have a junior here called Fifi Liu. She said, "I hate maths." She's from media as well. All right. And also Tef say, "Yes, I agree with Tamit about Dr. Shah. She is incredible." Tamit, you have a junior here to support you. He's a media student. Yes.
I think everyone who's ever taken a class of Dr. Sham would agree that she is amazing.
Yes. Very engaging, and she's very passionate. Yep. Thank you so much for the sharing. Let's play a little game here. And also, whoever is behind the screen, our audience, you can join us. It's just a very simple game. You will be given 2 options. Okay, so you just pick one intuitively. You don't have to analyze. You don't have to be critical. You don't have to support your choices with academic sources. You
It's
just pick
difficult
one.
without analyzing for me.
No, it's very simple. Just relate this to your Curtin experience. Okay, it's just I give you 2, BTS or Blackpink. Then you choose one. And then you just give your reason. Nothing critical, just very intuitive. But the options that I give it to you are all Curtin related. So 3 of you have to pick at the same time. And also audience, are you guys ready? So are you guys ready? At the same time, 3 of you have to shout out the answer. Okay, we start with a simple one. You can just say it. Okay, the first one, journalism or film production?
Film
Journalism.
production.
Okay, why journalism, Tammy?
Because you're chasing something.
Chasing
In journalism, you're looking for answers. You have a topic, but you don't know what it is, and you're looking for it.
Oh.
It's creative, but you're still, there's a drive, there's a hunt. It's not contained. Film
If I
production, I
find
believe.
you, I hunt you down.
Yeah.
How about Lenny? Film production?
Well, even though I'm a radio announcer right now, I do enjoy like going out and around and then like looking at different views and places and just like trying to think about how you can capture that like in the best way that you can to achieve or like deliver the message that you want. I always feel like that was like the most fun part about like during production, you know, like when we go out, because I think I'm the only panelist right now who actually took corporate video production over journalism. So like that, I got to do that a lot. Like I made music videos and like, you know, ads like for assignments and stuff. And it's always really, really fun to do that. And I still have friends that I still talk to who are aspiring filmmakers, and, you know, like a lot of the times chatting with them, like just, and like watching movies with them, like is really, really fun. So I think I like to chase the fantasy still.
I think you
You know,
like
it's
visuals.
nice. Yeah,
You see
visuals.
visuals, see the world through the
Yeah.
screen. Julius, how about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm the opposite. I like to read rather than yeah. I mean,
So
if you let me,
journalism.
yeah, if you let me to choose whether to watch a video or read the news, I will read the news. I wouldn't actually. I mean, if you ask me to watch animation or manga, I will definitely read manga. I won't watch animation. I think it's too slow in a sense. You know, when you're reading, you can go by your own pace, right? But when you're watching video, you have to wait for it to wait for it to happen. So that's for me.
Yeah.
It's a little
Fast
bit.
forward.
Yeah. Now I think this is not a good practice. You know, a lot of movie you need to watch it slow. You know, like Amour or something. You know, those academic movies is need to be enjoyed in slow pace.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
So
Let's go.
mhm.
Yes. So what? Sorry, I cut you off
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay.
Okay,
It's okay.
let's go
Yeah.
to number two. Number two. Okay. Do you like on the screen or behind the scene?
On the screen.
Behind
On
the
the
scene.
screen.
Behind the scene.
On the
Tommy,
screen.
move. Okay, why Tommy on the screen?
It's less work. I rather see, you know, all the fighting on the screen than make it.
Oh no, you don't know. One second on the stage is 10 years behind the stage. You know.
True.
Yeah.
It's true. It's very hard to make, and it's people who do it. It's hats off to you guys, because now if you see the quality of movies that are coming out, they're amazing. But you know, I'd rather be on this side than on that side.
On this side.
Okay.
How about the other two? The other two, why? Behind, why on the
Mhm.
screen?
I think let the one front say first.
On the
Lenny
screen
first.
first.
Yeah, on the screen first.
Well,
So the behind
I
the scene
think
wants to wait first.
Yeah.
well, because I grew up performing, you know, like I've been on the stage, like kind of like at the center, kind of not at the center of attention, but, you know, like just out there, you know. So like I do enjoy, you know, being able to see my own self, you know, different works, like my own performance, because I'm an entertainer kind of right now. Like I dance and I do radio announcing and stuff like that. So of course I would say I want to be on the screen. But because I did you know, video production back in uni, and we're not allowed to be on the screen for
Yes.
our own assignments. So like I understand, like I really, really do like understand how hard it is to be behind the scenes. And I do think it's really fun still. You know, it's fun to like try to figure out, like, you know, whenever there's a problem, like maybe something broke or someone forgot a prop or something like that. Like you have to think about what you can do to save the project and all that. It's really fun, but yeah, like like what Tamit said, I'm like, I don't
Lenny,
want to
have
think
you
about that.
Lenny, have you had your lead quit 3 days into the assignment?
Oh no, I
Yeah,
have not had
I've
that.
had that, and on a final year project, so it was beautiful.
Beautiful, yes.
How about Julius?
Yeah. So I mean I don't like attention in in another way. I don't like to be the center of attention. So but yeah, I mean this is just a personal preference, right? I don't like to be seen in front of people. But I mean it's okay for me to public speaking or join this kind of webinar or something, but I just don't like to be, you know, wherever you go people know about you. So that's not the feeling I like.
I think
But
he like
before
privacy.
yeah, I mean before I graduate, when I was still studying Curtin, I actually I was working in movie production. So I joined a few movie production before I worked as a production crew. So I enjoy those kind of work, you know, arranging everything, and then if you screw up, the whole movie screw up. So you know that's the best part. You feel how important you are. So, and yeah, I like this kind of management stuff rather than being in front. And you know, a lot of times like making a movie or something, actually the planning part is the most difficult part. That you need to put in a lot of effort and a lot of planning, like after these scenes where there's another scenes and how do you go things simultaneously and everything. So I like to do those kind of, thinking. So I want behind the
You're
scenes.
behind the scene.
Yes.
Listening
Thank
to
you so
Julius,
much.
I thought of
Yes,
another
Julius.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know how like there's a lot of planning that goes into production, right? Then like the reason why like being on screen is good as well, like I don't know, brings me joy or brings me a lot of happiness is like, like if you work with like a director and they tell you what they want and then you're able to bring it to life, stuff like that. Like when you're able to perform well for the people behind the scenes, it's a really great feeling because you're putting so much effort and they're also like kind of counting on you to like really hit the mark for them so that all of the hard work that they do is like worth it, so it's like a teamwork kind of thing, like for both sides, like they need to trust you and you need to trust them. So I think it's like really beautiful when you actually think about it, like every single video that you see, even if it's like a skit or like a short like TikTok or something like that, like sometimes a lot of heart has been put into it, so both is amazing.
I think it's a
I personally
teamwork.
want to be on
Yes.
screen. Yeah.
It's like behind the screen, you are the one who plan and you research, you recce, but it's the people on the screen help you to like visualize it, and together you work together as a team. This is a great one. Okay, next one, the third one, Transcendence or iFest International Festival.
iFest.
Transcendence.
I never joined both though.
Anything relate to
Oh,
your
no.
Curtin experience?
I didn't join
Careful
both of
before
it,
you
so I
choose.
would say I fast because there's no transcendent during my time. So I'm so
Oh,
yeah,
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 kan?
yeah, true,
Yeah.
true, true.
yeah. But we have iFest during my time, so yeah, that's the only thing I can choose.
Yeah. When was the first Transcendence? The dance, 2015, 14?
2015, I think.
Later,
15.
15,
Oh,
16.
15,
It's not
16.
16, I think it's 15.
15. Tatami, you went to Transcendence before?
I think I was on the media team for the first one.
Ooh,
The cameraman.
okay.
Yeah, it was me, Bud, and a few other
Oh,
people.
yes.
I think, I'm not
Ahmad,
sure. I don't
Ahmad
remember.
as well. Ahmad Bukhari.
No, yeah,
and
it was me, Bud, and a few of us.
Yeah. So these are the pioneers. Thank you for your contribution, because we are the
Thank
club
you.
advisor and the former president and the organizing chairman. So
But
that's bring that, yes.
no, but honestly, I feel iFest was a little. Well, I wouldn't say better, but it's a little different because it's a whole day event. It's a lot of crazy. It's a lot of chaos, and you go home all covered in paint.
Thank you so much. So the next one, number 4, gym or basketball?
Basketball, of course.
Gym.
Him?
Gym. So we have 2 gym here. So you're doing
Yeah,
practice gym
I'm
in Curtin gym?
no, I'm
not
like just saying
Not really.
gym because
Not really.
like
I just don't want to stand under the sun. I have enough of that during production. When you work in production, you have to stand under sun like for 12 hours a day. So I don't want to stand under the sun
We
anymore.
have an indoor basketball court now, Curtin. Indoor
Oh,
basketball
okay.
court. Oh.
Mm.
And
But
also we
still,
have upgraded our gym facilities. Lenny, do you want to tell them about our gym facilities now?
got aircon. No?
And
make it
mirror.
better.
Yes.
Got
And mirror?
Yes. So you can see yourself when you're
Check
jogging.
yourself
On
out.
the we have 2 layers. Downstairs is the weightlifting, and then upstairs is the cardio. You have to visit us, Tamit and Julius.
I
One
think I've
day.
seen it before I left.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Next one. Do you like library or cafeteria?
Library.
Or
Library.
cafeteria?
Cafeteria.
Library.
So the 2 guys like library. Why?
Yeah, because that's the only place on campus I studied. Actually, nowhere else.
Because cafe
Is
is
that your
very
second
noisy.
home?
It was
Library is
a
noisy.
second home. Right
me,
before the
cafe.
exams, you'd never go home. You'd come over to the library around 10 p.m. and then go home the next morning at 7.
And I sleep on the
And
floor and the
Wow.
table.
Yeah.
So how about Lenny? You like cafeteria?
So that's where you chill with your friends, like talk to them. Sometimes you have meetings that you can't talk in the library, so like you can't discuss about your assignments. Sometimes your assignments requires a lot of discussion, like, and then like the discussion room, you need to book it, and then usually like I'm just lazy to book it, so we just like let's just meet at the cafeteria.
Because you have to go
Like,
online, log in, fill out the form, and then they will inform you
yeah,
by email. Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Another one.
So like,
yeah. So
Yes.
I mean, clearly two different personality. I'm the one who will actually go and book it, because production, right? I'm the behind the scenes, so I will do all the behind the scenes. And cafe is too noisy for me. There's too many things happening around, people walking around and stuff. So it's difficult to really concentrate in the conversations if we are really talking about something serious. I mean, of course, and cafe doesn't have aircon, so and Curtin
Aircon
can
is the
get
key
really
point.
hot. Yeah,
embrace the
Curtin
Malaysian weather.
Oh, just love the Malaysian weather.
Okay, one more. Nasi lemak or ayam goreng? Since we're talking about cafeteria, you order nasi lemak or ayam goreng?
I am going.
Nasi lemak.
lemak,
Nasi lemak.
yeah.
Finally, these two comes together. Lenny and Julius.
I know it.
Okay, Tamik, why ayam goreng?
Fried chicken for life. That's why.
Is the beer?
No, not really.
Not
I'm more
allowed,
of
right?
a
I don't think it's
huh?
allowed I don't think it's allowed in campus.
Not
The
on
beer.
campus.
All right, last but not least. So the last one, study life or working life?
Work.
Working
Definitely
life.
work.
Work life.
Julius, three of you like the work life. So basically, you
Yeah.
enjoy your life now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
very
do.
good.
I enjoy my uni life, but I enjoy my current life better.
Well,
Oh,
you can't really compare them because they're different. They're very different because when you were a student, first of all, you were broke. Okay.
Yes.
So life was different. You had to count how much money you were going to spend. You had to make plans. You had to have 10 other people show up. You had to make sure all your friends didn't have exams or classes. And it was fun. University was amazing. Curtin University for me, especially being in Malaysia, it was crazy. It was really fun. But then work life is completely different because now you have a different level of independence that you didn't have before. You can make some financial decisions. You can since I've graduated, I've been to Malaysia twice, and if I didn't have a job, I don't think I would have been able to do that.
You feel like you're in charge of your life better.
Yes, definitely.
So when we talk about like cafeteria, library, and also the degree unit that we are taking, how about your campus life? Okay, now I would like to ask you, can you just share with us like one of your most memorable event that you worked on when you were a student? Like outside of the classroom, what is the fondest memory? Maybe we shall start with Tamit first.
One of my fondest memories would probably
As
be
a student.
Borneo MUN.
Yes.
You guys can hear me?
Yes, can.
Yes.
All right, yeah. So one of my fondest memories would probably be Borneo MUN. I was one of the founding members. Worked on it for 4 years. I worked on it from my first year to my final year. Started out as a volunteer, ended up being the head of everything. So I feel like it's a baby of mine. Worked on it, built it up, made it to where it was, and along the way, honestly, everything that I've done at the university level, people managing events, managing money, managing logistics, and all of that. I feel like that's exactly what I'm doing now, but just the stakes are a little more higher now.
Yes, it's more challenging and it's international what you're working on now.
Yes.
How about Lenny? The most memorable
Well,
event. Yes.
I feel like those who know me would think like, yeah, her answer is so obvious. It's transcendence, because like maybe the other panelists, they don't know it because like they were for Julius, he never seen a transcendence
I'm
before,
too old for that.
and But like I feel like transcendence, like over the years it got better and better, and then like
Yes.
for me, I was there since 2016. And then I started off, I didn't even perform for that because my brother's wedding was on, my sister's wedding, sorry, was on the day of Transcendence, so I couldn't perform, but I still taught. I taught their beginners, and then like I was someone who was already dancing for like most of my life at the time. So like I had to learn how to like teach people who are just really like, you know, really passionate about dancing, but they're like, they don't necessarily know how to yet. So then like over the years, like I taught so many people, and like there's a few of them who actually really really blow my mind now, like the level that they're at, like the fact that I've been one of the people who guided them, like thinking about it, and then like the messages that they give me as well, like, you know, oh, thank you so much for being so patient with me, those kind of stuff, you know, like dancing, like, and dancing with other people, it really brings me so much joy, and being able to share that with people who don't necessarily have the resources back when they were younger, or the confidence to do so back when they were younger, and being able to give them that confidence and like help them through that and let them shine on stage. I feel like that's a really great experience. And also because Curtin Art and Dance Club is kind of like my baby as well, because because over the years, yo, like every single semester I'm just stressing out about like, yo, what are we gonna do this year? Like every time like something bad happens, I'm always the one who's like thinking, like worrying about it, like I lose sleep. And then like there was this one day that I actually practiced from like 8 a.m. until like 12 a.m. for a transcendence. Like it was like that close, because it was really really close. And then like I was I was like the OC at the time. I was the organizing
Yes.
chairperson, and I was like, I was there for the whole day because I was like making sure everyone's practice was going well. And then there was a lot of like, you know, like tiny drama here and there, like, you know, like events sometimes have that. So like
Yes.
I'm like trying to
Always.
sort it out for people. You know, like, oh yeah, you should talk to that person properly. Guys shouldn't be like, you know, like stuff like that lah. And then like also because my team, the people who were supporting me along the way, they were like very very like just, they were there for me lah, like to help me out when even like, and I could put my trust in them. So like the bond that I had and the kind of experiences that I got, and then the people that I met like throughout Transcendence and just Curtin Art and Dance Club in general, like really changed me a lot. And I feel like I learned a lot, and I wouldn't be who I am now without the club. And Transcendence is like the catalyst. So I feel like that's why it's the event that is the most memorable. Not just not the last
Yeah.
one, but like every single one that I participated in. Like it changed me a lot as a person. Yeah.
I'm fortunate as well because the club invited me as an advisor in 2019, which is their last Transcendence. And I personally think that that's the best because that's the only one I joined. They have this concert, dancing,
Bias.
singing. That's the best before COVID. Yes. Thank you so much. I believe you have a lot of good memories from what you guys have shared, not just learning, but with the lecturers, you learn from the unit, and also the precious moment that you spend with your friends, your buddies, okay, and everyone who is in the event. Let me share a little bit of advertisement here. So for our audience, remember to share this live video to Curtin Malaysia Facebook, and remember to type hashtag Curtin Malaysia. Okay, only the one with the hashtag Curtin Malaysia, and you share on the right page, you will win a 2 Food Panda voucher and also some exciting Curtin merchandise. We will select 6 lucky winners after the session. If you would like to comment, please feel free. All our panelists are here waiting for you. Please challenge them. Ask them what you are interested, either in their career or in the student experience or the units. We always say they don't listen to seniors, but today you have to listen to them. So you just ask them; they will tell
I don't
you.
listen to. I think I'm a good senior.
So thank you so much.
Let's
So
go.
audience, remember, leave your comment. Don't be shy. We would like this session to be as interactive as possible.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on. We believe after all of us finish our SPM or secondary school or high school, some people will be wondering, should I further my study in local university or should I fly abroad? Okay, or should I choose something in between? Let's say I study in Malaysia, but I pick an Australian degree. So I would like to ask three of our panelists here, because I think Tami is from Bangladesh. And why do you choose to fly over to Sarawak Miri to study Australian degree? Yes.
The answer is pretty simple. It's finances, because when I weighed out the option of either studying in Perth or studying in Malaysia, if the degree is the same, why would I pay 3 times as much? So that really played into why I went to Malaysia. And originally my plan was to stay 2 years and then go 2 years to Perth, but then I just fell in love with the place, because I was so involved with all the activities, all the leadership programs. I just felt like finishing here would be better for me.
So thank you so much for falling in love with us. We are your first love.
No, maybe before. Maybe he have someone before.
Probably.
And someone after?
No, not in Curtin though.
How about Julius?
Okay,
Why do you
so I
choose?
am. Yeah. So I'm from Semenanjung, so from KL. So yeah, I mean, in case you guys don't know where I'm from, right? So I choose to go Miri because to me, when you should not study university at where you're born, because that's the life stage where you need to be adventurous and see the world and stuff, right? So I mean, for me personally, I force all my siblings, when you graduate, you cannot study in KL unless you get UM. So unless you are enroll in some scholarship program or something that you have to stay in KL, or else never stay in KL. So that's my advice for them. So then in the end, I was seeing which is the furthest I can go and the best that I can get. So I think in the end it's Curtin, because if you write the parameters with if you draw the parameters, right, Curtin should be the furthest international school. I mean,
Analyze.
within Malaysia, yeah, I analyze the situation. So I draw a parameter. I say, oh, Curtin is the furthest. So I went there before I know how Curtin Miri will look like. So, but when I was there, it's actually quite different with maybe what Lenny and others will see, because when I was there that time, I think Unify is still the fastest. No. Streammix is still the fastest
Streammix.
internet. Yeah. So you have to read, when you need something, you really need to go and find the book. You don't use e-library. You really need to find the books. And I like the experience because I am a nature person. Since I was born and raised in KL, a concrete jungle, so I don't really see a lot of tree and nature. But Miri is a very nice place that you have best in both worlds. In the city, you get all the accessibility and convenience, but when you get out from it, you get all the nature. It's just 1 hour, and then you can. I mean, you are in the oldest rainforest in the world. It's not Amazon, it's Borneo. Okay, so yeah, and that's why I just Miri after I weigh in all the factors. Yeah, but it's a good choice for me. I think I never regret about that.
Thank you so much. Yes. How about Lenny?
So here's the thing, right? When I first graduated from SPM, I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I knew what I didn't want to do. I knew I didn't want to study business. I knew I didn't want to study like engineering. So I was like, okay, mass comm or something, in performing arts was what I wanted to do. So I wanted to actually study in KL. I didn't know where exactly, but then my parents said, there's like some financial difficulties. So like I had to study somewhere near home. So the best option for me, like, in Miri is Curtin University. And the closest thing that I could study is mass comm, something related to the industry that I knew I wanted like kind of to work in the future, So that's why I decided to study in Curtin. And even though at first I didn't want to, but I actually feel like being in Curtin, there was a lot of opportunities that really led me to where I am right now. So like, but the most important thing is like people, you as a person, you have to make the best of what you have, and adapt to the situations that you're in in order to make the most out of it. And I feel like I was able to do that like in my short time there. Is it short ka? I don't know.
3 years.
You know, like 4 years, you know, like
Foundation,
the time that I
yes.
had, yeah, the time that I had there. So like, even though I didn't have the experience of, you know, being independent like probably Julius and Tamit did, but like I also had the experience of helping out the people who are international students or people who are not local, and, you know, learn from them and like talk to them and still, you know, have the international experience, or like of like, you know, like how to say diversity, you know, because even though I was in my hometown, I was still like talking to people from different places. So it didn't really matter to me like whether or not I was close to home or not in that sense. But it's definitely great to be a local at a university, because like then like when people need something, you can help them out, and it's just nice that you can support them whenever they need it. So like it's a very different experience, I feel like, for the three of us. Wow, like the three of us are like always, there's always something different between the three of us. I guess just
Once in a
very
while.
well.
Well, that's the best part of being in mass comm. You see every single person, you see every different person, you know.
Uniqueness
If you go to other courses, maybe, you know, everyone is the same, you know, everyone same studios, everyone, nah, boring.
I need to put disclaimer here. What Julius
Julia's
said
opinion. Yeah, Julia's opinion.
No, I agree with Julius. I feel like all the other departments are a little boring.
No, the brotherhood is there. Brotherhood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but, you
Join
know.
me, sisterhood. Join me, sisterhood.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for the sharing. Now I would like you to do a little bit of how to say listing. Okay, let's say now you put yourself in the shoes. You are back to the first day of after your high school result is out, and you need to decide, where am I going now? So which of these are the priorities? I want you to rate 1 to 5. Okay, is it number 1, the fees? Number 2, location of the place that you want to study? Number 3, is it are you looking at university ranking, reputation? Or number 4, you will look at the campus facilities, whether they have aircon, gym, or they have basketball, indoor basketball court, or you are looking at the teaching language, or you are looking at what your friends choose. Okay, I want you to pick your first 5, and then
Can
you
you repeat
arrange
again?
them. It can be
I
anything.
have
And you
I
can
have
also fill
my
in your
yeah,
option.
you know, all these graphs.
Okay, let's
I
say
can
the
do my
first one,
analytics now.
analytic now. Okay.
Mm.
We will see how these 3 different, how to say, expert from different field help you to make your choices. I believe a lot of new students who just got their result this year, you're wondering, where should I go at the intersection? Okay, so rate 1 to 5. Number 1 is money or fees, school fees, course
Money.
fees. Number
Okay.
2, location. The place that you want to study. You pick country. Which country? All right. Number 3, do you check the university ranking? Are they the top 1, top 5, top 10? Number 4, do you look at the facilities? What the campus offer to you? Or number 5, do you look at the teaching language? Oh, they are doing English. I like English environment. Or maybe number 6, you just follow your friend. Okay, you can also fill in. Maybe some of you will say that my parents is not my priority one. My parents say here, I go here. Okay, 1 to 5. We
No,
will
that
give the
will never be a
panelists.
mass comm student.
We will give
Yeah,
the panelists
I agree.
20 seconds for them to list down. At the same time, we would like whoever is behind. Okay, you can also list down. Can you just write down number 1? What is number 1 for you when you want to choose where to study? Number 1 is what? Is it fees, location? You put your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is your number 1 criteria? Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. I can see a few students here. Okay, Elvin say 3, 2, 1, 4, 5. You want to tell us what is your 3? You can list down.
Three
Maybe
is
for
supposed to
you,
be ranking, right?
it
3
can
is
be
ranking.
anything. You just rank whatever you want. Let's say you can put number 1. To you is university ranking. Then you just put 1, university ranking. Number 2, you can put, oh, I follow my friend. Number 3, fees. Okay, you have your own priorities.
Done.
If yep,
I'm done.
if my criteria is not part of your priorities, you can add in yourself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Julius is done. Can you tell us your 1 to 5?
First is location. As I say, I draw the parameter. the the further I can go, the better. If Curtin is in Sandakan, I think it would be better. You know, even furthest, right? That's the furthest part in Malaysia. From
Kejap.
KL. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So the second will be ranking. I research on all the university ranking first before I make a decision. And the third will be on language. Yeah. And fourth will be on facilities. And then will be money. Because unfortunately, my friends is never my consideration. I don't care where they study. I care where I study.
All right. Thank you so much. How about Lenny?
My first one is fees because of my family situation, lah, of course. So I have to be considerate to my parents. And second one is ranking. Still, try to find the best university you can find with whatever you can,
Bang for your money.
do. Yeah. So third one is facilities because I feel like I'm quite an active student. So if we're thinking about trying to make events and all that, it would be great if they had a lot of different type of facilities for us to have these kind of events and use and utilize. Then fourth is teaching language. I don't know. I don't have much to say about that. But fifth, location. I don't really care about that really. I was hoping it'll be in KL, but after, well, maybe this is like perspective of like but like okay, like location, I didn't really care lah. Yeah, I just cared what I could do with what I had. And then six, follow friends. Like, who would follow your friends? Like, this is your life, yo. Like,
Yeah. Who will follow your friends?
your
You make
life,
friends
man.
everywhere, right?
Number one.
Yeah.
Number one
You
is
make
yourself.
friends everywhere.
Okay? You remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
If
you go
follow your
somewhere.
friend, if follow your friends is your first priority, please choose other courses. Don't choose mass comm. It's not for you.
How about Tamit? Yes.
For me,
Surprise us.
ranking was probably the best, like the top of my list. Ranking was the top. Fees, location, facilities. Maybe that's about it. Language, I knew it was going to be English because I'm not going to learn in Malay.
It's a hygiene factor. Must be English.
But yeah, ranking was the top of my list, and then close was fees.
Thank you so much. We have an audience called Aizat Mahmoudi. He said, Faculty of Humanities consists of fun and bright students. Yes, we can't agree more with you. Perfect for memorable student experience. Yes, Isaac, maybe you can share with us what is your experience, then we can respond to it. And again, Isaac said the best. I think he's talking about us, the best.
He was talking about me.
No, he didn't put your name. He just said the best.
Yeah, but he said my name a few comments ago, so
really?
Yeah.
Okay, we're scrolling back. Oh yes, he said checkpoint is valid. And Isaac said the fee is cheaper compared to other Australian university. Oh, so
Yes,
Isaac,
it
thank
is.
you so much.
Yeah.
I mean, if we compare the three in Malaysia, we know which is the most affordable and most value for your money. I'm not going to call them out, but
You just Google. So we have another audience called Melissa. She said she took business when she studied Curtin, but she didn't really like maths, so she can only choose management and marketing and PR. You can choose communication as well. Yes, Melissa, welcome. Please join us. We believe after this going degree is or postgrad studies. See you, Melissa. Okay. And we have this Domiti. Good sharing. Thank you so much. Big applause to all of us. And then Melissa says she likes to be close to home. Melissa says she's a mama's girl, so there's a parent factor. Is there any parent factor among your choices, priorities?
Yeah, go away
Yes,
from home.
Yeah.
Yeah, go away from home.
Go away from home.
are your
Definitely
parents
parent.
watching the session?
No,
Probably not.
no. Eagle learn how to fly when the parents drop them from the cliff. Okay.
Uh, okay, yes. This is a very scientific and analytical student, Julius.
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
I am.
So we can see that we have three panelists, one from Miri, one from KL, and another one from overseas Bangladesh. So I would just like to ask Julius and Tamik, have you been to Miri before? Before you came to study, have you been to Miri?
No.
And how is the experience the moment you touch down? Okay, can you share with us, Tamik, your first
Well,
experience to Miri and how is it?
I was never I've never been to Miri before I enrolled. My first day in Miri was definitely a little surprising because when I first came in, I thought it was going to be the lights and glitz and the glamour of Kuala Lumpur, but then it was quiet and it was calm. It was a lot of nature. So yeah, that was a little bit of a difference, in my expectations. But the campus was pretty great. Right. I stayed at the dorm for the first year, and there's a basketball court right next to the dorm,
Yes,
and
it's
that
open air. Yes.
and that was brilliant. Like I came to Miri with my dad, and the first thing he said is, "You're not staying here. You're never gonna study." Because all my life I've been crazy about basketball, and it's right outside.
Yes.
But
The
yeah,
one day
it
right
was
outside, yes, it's an open
it
air
was it
one.
was it was
Crocodile.
quite an experience. I was expecting a swimming pool, but I found the lake with the crocodiles.
So do you speak Malay? How do you
No,
deal
I
with it, the language?
don't. Well, most of the Malaysians, everybody speaks English, even if it's broken English. Uh, I speak like I wouldn't say I speak. I can say a few words, and
Let's
considering the
try.
fact
Tell
that
us a few words.
nasi lemak, ayam, what else? Pedas,
But
You know
that's
tapao?
tapao, yeah, tapao, and Curtin student. They're a very loving relationship.
A lot of
Uh,
international
most used
students
word.
sometimes, yes. Sometimes when they come to Malaysia, they worried, okay, I don't speak the local language. So how am I going to order food? Can we do a role play here? Just add up a little bit with Tammy. Let's say Tammy is the first year student in Curtin. And after class, he's hungry, he wants to order lunch. First year in Curtin, first year in Miri, first time. Okay, so I'm one
After
of the
that,
owner in cafeteria. What is your
no,
favorite
no,
store?
after
you
that,
you
after
point.
that,
This is what I want.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, but I also learned that in Malaysia it's rude to point, and I learned it because I was pointing.
You're not allowed to point in
Good
Bangladesh.
point, good
Well,
point.
well, in Malaysia you can't point like this, right? Like with your finger. It's rude
Uh,
to do that.
It's not good.
So
It's
I
not good.
learned that when I was in Malaysia doing exactly that.
In Malaysia, we do this. We on this.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Don't interrupt me, please. I want to put up an ad, please, with Tamit. Okay, what is your favorite store in the cafeteria? They are trying to distract me, but I still come back. What is your favorite store in Curtin cafeteria?
Don't remember what
Okay,
what did you guys have?
whatever it is. Okay,
is
just
there any
try.
difference between
Order
them?
something. You're a student. You just order something. Using a little bit as many Malay as you can. And like I say, I'm
Nothing.
the owner of the store.
Nothing. It's just the dishes basically. Nasi,
Okay,
ayam.
do you greet me? Do you greet the owner? Do your usual one.
Okay. Now here's the
Okay.
thing. Everybody who works at Curtin speaks English, so I used to talk to them in English.
Yeah, you don't
Yes.
need to worry, like you don't need to
Yeah.
worry
No,
about like not being
it
able to
always started
order
out with
something.
hello, and then can I have this, and that, and how much? I think how
Oh,
much is
okay.
barapa, right?
Berapa?
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
So
Good.
I knew the few basic words.
So if you want spicy, you say pedas.
Yes, that was my favorite
Yes.
word.
Okay, very good. So for international students who are watching this forum, don't worry. Okay, we can understand any languages. You can mix out with Chinese, Malay, whatever. Yes,
Japanese?
we understand. Huh? Japanese? We last time we have a sushi store. Last 2 years.
I
I'm
doubt that
sorry
because
for the senior. We have a sushi. Yes.
okay.
So I think two of you. How about Julius? I think he explained about his nature life. So now
Mhm.
I would like to ask you guys. Okay, when you have having 3 years in Miri, so what do you do as a student? Lenny is a local student, and then two of you are from outside. What is your most favorite hangout place as a student or weekend activity that you do?
I don't think I can say that.
Bintang, right? You call Bintang, right?
Bintang shopping mall,
A
Yeah, I
block
got
away from Bintang.
a block away from Bintang.
Lenny knows what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Lenny knows.
far away from celebrity.
What?
I don't know. Maybe there's too much change there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
There was
No,
this
when you
very
were there,
authentic.
it still
There was this
happened.
very authentic Malaysian restaurant. It was called Ming's. The food there was really good.
Ah, Ming,
Yeah,
Ming.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't. I don't go Ming. You know, everyone is from Curtin there.
Ming Cafe, yes.
Yeah, you go there. It's like you're going back to the campus. It's the same. Yeah.
Yes, then. Oh, we have a student here called Glenn, and he says saffron, hands down. What is that?
Oh,
Saffron,
what?
hands down.
So.
Saffron, one of the
I don't know.
cafeteria.
Oh, in the
Oh
cafeteria
yeah,
store
yeah, saffron.
with the
Now I
Pakistani
recall.
food.
Yeah. I
And
think I
Melissa
think the
said
place.
Ming.
I think the place I will remember is Miri. I know is Brunei. You know, you can walk to
Brunei.
Brunei typically from Kertin, Malaysia.
Yes, at the border.
So yeah,
I couldn't because I didn't have a visa. And apparently,
oh,
you can't get a visa for Brunei in Miri. You have to go to Kuching.
okay,
Yes,
okay.
because
So
the
I think
Yeah,
embassy.
a
Yes.
lot of
a lot of
people,
hassle.
the audience might not know. A lot of audience might not know. They thought Miri is somewhere very far in Sarawak or something. But actually, you can walk to Brunei from
The
Miri. I
border.
tried
Yes.
at the border. I used to jog around that route, because there's no car, but there's a lot of mosquito. I don't advise that. So you can you can just run all the way to the end and you see the border and you come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but Miri
So
is
it's
way
basically a
more.
workout.
Yeah, Miri is way more livelier and way more fun than Brunei.
Agreed.
Oh, again.
Exactly. Yes. I think Julius will make a lot of anti-fans after the forum.
Yeah.
Once again, we would like to say whatever Julius say does not
Disclaimer.
represent.
No worry, no worry. I responsible for whatever I say.
Yeah, so today our panelists have talked a lot about their cutting experiences, not just study, but also student activities and also the lifestyle, the place that they hang out, the food that they eat, the friends that they make, and also they are telling you why they care, the choices, the priorities. So now let's look at the future. So we are done with the cutting experience, we are done with the current career, and we know that now it's December and 2022 is coming. Can you imagine that? Wow. When you first started, it's like
No,
2012,
next year is
2018,
2020. No,
Oh,
next year is
2022.
2020. Yeah, I
Your
assume that
next
2 year
year.
never happened. Yeah, my next year is 2020. I assume that 2
Julius
year is
is
a
in
gone.
delusion now. So, what is your plan next year? In the year of 2022 or the next 5 years? Let's start with Lenny first. Any plan for next year, 2022? Because you are fresh grade. Yes, I believe you have a lot of
2022.
exciting plan. Yes.
2022, get a PC, start streaming, get more jobs as a voice actor, get more jobs in general. Like there's TVS here, there's TV Sarawak, in case you guys didn't know. So, like, hopefully I can get more jobs with TV Sarawak as well, and like dance a lot more, compete with my friends, my dance crew, and just have fun. That's why my goal in life is just to make sure that like every single day that I live, like I could die the next day and I'll be fine. Like I don't care like if I die early, as long as like every day I live to my fullest, and I'm happy with where I am now, even if I don't earn like maybe millions of dollars or whatever, but like if I can survive, sustain, and still have the lifestyle that I want, then that's more than enough for me. So yeah.
So Lenny wants to live to the fullest. Yes, I think that's the spirit that we need to have. How about Julius? Any plan for
Okay.
next year?
Okay. My next, I think I am currently an MBA student now, so I have a study work balance, no life at all. So I just finished an exam before the session. So I think for my next year plans, it will be finish the MBA as soon as possible. And yeah, I enjoy whatever I'm doing now. So I wouldn't say, uh, I, I'm not looking for a career change or something, but definitely advance, climbing up better. So,
Mm.
uh, but for now, I think that's about it, and travel to more places because I've been, in prison in Malaysia for 2 years now. So if the border
Lockdown.
opens, definitely I have to, I want it to pay. I want them to pay back. I want to go a lot of places.
How
Yeah.
about Tamik?
So
Yes,
Vacation. For the
vacation.
last 2 years, because of pandemic, we couldn't go anywhere. I was stuck where I was. I have 2 vacations in the last 2 years that I haven't taken, so I need to take those. In terms of education, right now I'm studying for project management certification, so that's going to be another 6 months of my life, and basically just work because that's how you live. You work hard, you play hard.
Yes, you work hard, you play hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that three of you actually have experience with COVID. Some of
Oh,
you are quarantined at home, some of you have recovered. Tell us a little bit about your experience with COVID, how you overcome it, and how you actually move on and become stronger. Shall we Tamik first? You're under quarantine now, or?
yes, I am. Right now, I am under lockdown in my room, which I cannot leave for another 7 days. Uh, my job with Air France, I left because of COVID. Because when all of this was starting, we all knew New York was going to get hit really hard, and at that point, I didn't want to be working at JFK, which is one of the busiest airports in the world. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I left. Went to a job where I was working from home, which was very comfortable. But how fun is working from home?
yep, no fun.
And yeah, no fun. But luckily, the last 2 years it's been great. We've been following rules, guidelines. I got my vaccines and all, but then I got very unlucky, and right now I'm stuck at home. And it's not something that you want. So I would, if as a personal recommendation, stay safe, follow the rules, the guidelines. That party is not worth it. And if you have access to the vaccine, get it, because that fever, when it hits you, it's not fun. It is not fun.
How about Lenny?
When it happened, it was like in September this year. I didn't expect it. So yeah, like that was not very nice because I had to work from home and I couldn't take leave out of nowhere. So like the whole week I had a sore throat and my job is talking. So it was like, hey everyone. And that's how I sounded on the radio for like
The
a whole
Elving
week. Yeah.
Chickman.
It was just like I was obviously sick. Like I had like listeners like DMing me. Are you okay? Like why do you sound like that? So I still had to do my job now, but like I also feel like even though I was in lockdown, the job, because I have my job and because I know I have income at least, like that's what made it a bit easier for me, even though I was sick. Yeah, I couldn't taste anything and smell anything, so like everything I ate just felt like floppy stuff in my mouth, like like noodles. It's just like squishy things, hot squishy things, and you're just like, oh, why? It feels like when you can't taste something, right? It just feels like your life has no meaning. Like
You
Agree.
start to
food is so
question yourself.
important. Being able to taste is so important. Like that was kind of hard, but like it was only for a week, and then like because I also got my vaccine before that, so like I think that's why it wasn't as bad like when it did hit. So I recovered pretty quickly. Yeah,
Thank God.
that's
Thank you.
cool.
Very good. Please stay safe always. Julius, any COVID experience? Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
I recover in February. So I think I'm the worst because by the time we don't have vaccine yet. So it's very, I mean, same thing. I don't have any taste. I can't taste even salt or lemon or anything, nothing at all. So everything is tasteless. So, and then I lost 6 kg during that time because I can't
Ooh.
eat. Yeah, actually, other than food and other things is fine. Like, you know, the fever is not really serious and just a little bit of sore throat or something. The main problem is that you cannot taste anything. We cannot taste anything at all. So yeah, and I lost 6 kg during the time. Not
That's
really
a
a
lot,
fun
6K.
experience, but it is a life experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tackling with virus.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
out there, all the audience, remember you have to always stay safe. Don't be worried if you are infected. Like our panelists, you have to fight the virus and you will be okay. So
Be positive.
time flies, and I believe we had fun with all our panelists. Before we end the session, I would like the panelists to actually give some advice because we have a lot of juniors and also those newcomers who are interested in media. They would like to hear more from you. We also have Elvin who asked, will you advise people to go to Curtin? And what was the best thing about studying at Curtin and living at Miri? I would like each of the panelists, could you please give them your kind advice and also your last word to them? Shall we start with Lenny?
Um, my only advice is to always be courageous enough to take the opportunities that you have in front of you, because like every time that you question yourself, like time is ticking, no one waits for you, and then like when you do take that chance, even if you fail, it's an experience that you can learn from. And sometimes, you know, a lot of failures that I had from before, they are the life changing ones. Those are like the moments where you start to realize, oh, okay, like I need to do this, I need to do that. And then like everything that I did up until now, every time I took my chance, every time that I did do it, I realized that my life just gets better and better, and I just get even more doors open. So if you get the chance to study in Curtin and like, you know, like be able to study in real life, you know, with the events and everything, like anything that you want to do, don't ask your friend, you want to join with me ka? Or what? Like if no one join you also, you don't care, only just go. Okay,
Yeah.
it's your life, you experience this for yourself, and who knows, maybe your friends seeing you having a great time and they'll actually join in, and then like, you know, it can be like a whole thing, like you can all do it together, stuff like that. Just have fun, be courageous to take all the chances that you can get, and always stay curious. Yeah,
Yes, stay
that's
curious,
all.
be brave. Don't wait for your friends. You go ahead and you will meet new friends. How about Julius? Any last advice for your junior?
I mean, okay, to reply to your question first, would I recommend people to go Curtin? I will recommend them to go because, I mean, one is on the affordability. It's actually comparatively, it's quite affordable. And of course, I always advise people to go out from their comfort zone, right? So, uh, you know, especially for those coming from city, it's actually will be a good experience if you study in Miri. You don't you know you are not going to somewhere really far away from the civilization or something. You have the best of both worlds. So that's why it's actually a very nice place to study. You don't have too much entertainment, but enough entertainment. Yeah. So it is the right place. Yeah. So I would say it's a really a suitable place. So for my advice, I would say really keep learning because that's the I mean the world now is ever changing. It's not like how it used to be during our previous generation and stuff like that. You know, when you just learn a skill from a uni and you can use it for your whole life and you retired. Now things change every day, so you need new equipment along your life journey. You need to keep learning. You need to keep doing other stuff. And one thing I found it particularly because now, I mean, since I'm kind of like manager now, so I hire a lot of youngsters. So what's make a difference in performance is whether they want to learn or not. It's not what they know, it's they want to know or not. So a lot of people, they already have the idea in mind, oh, I'm coming from journalism, I don't want to do something like this. I'm coming from I'm actually this kind of person, so I don't want to be something like this. So for them, I think this will be an obstacle. As long as you have the very how do you say, as long as you prepare yourself and have a positive mindset, just take it, and you will, and anyway it will work it out. It's not the doomsday even if you fail. So yeah, keep learning and keep trying.
Yes, I believe good things will come at the right timing. Don't rush, be patient and wait for it. Last advice from Tamik.
I'm gonna just piggyback off what Julius just said. If you think that I didn't study for this, so I'm not gonna do it. Don't have that mindset, because I'm a perfect example. I had an opportunity in front of me and I took it. And 4 years down the road, I'm managing logistics. I never learned that. Nobody ever taught me that. I definitely didn't go to school for it. But because I took that track, I am where I am now. And then coming off Lenny, you have to take risks. If you have an opportunity in front of you and you think, I'm too scared, or I can't do it, or I have something good now and I don't want to lose this and go to somewhere else. No, if it's something better, you take it, because at the end of the day, it's about you. Because just make those changes. Take a chance on yourself, because most likely it will pay off, because the opportunity came to you because you were probably worth it. Now just run with it.
Yes, so don't worry too much. Don't worry about tomorrow or anything that haven't happened. Live it today, live it well, and live to your fullest. Thank you so much for our panelists. I think they have shared with you all their wonderful experiences, and I would like to say, yes, Curtin is the right choice for you. You only know this when you come and join us. So now we are over to our host today. Jen, are you there? I think she's there on the screen, but she's looking at us,
Yeah,
smiling.
and
Over to
and
you,
she
Jen.
and she's talking, but
All
no one
right,
here.
can you hear me, guys? Wow,
Yes.
Yes,
thank
we
you so much
can.
for this amazing session. I think it was fantastic to hear your experiences and your chats. It was really great to learn so much. I think, Julius, you have a fan.
Do I
It
have a fan?
says here, great advice, Julius. I still remember the data journalism class you gave from Fifi
Yeah,
Liu.
I guess it's
I
a current.
also see fans for Tamit for all your advices, and of course, Go Lenny from Nicole Ramesh. You guys have good fans out there. Thank you so much for putting together this webinar. And we also have our winners. Our winners. So congratulations to all our winners. The 2 times Food Panda vouchers go to Tan Lee and Tev Govindan. And the 4 Curtin Malaysia Bluetooth speakers will go to Aizat Mahmudi. I can't read
Nomide.
Chinese.
No, me there.
Yay, all
No,
right. And Melissa,
I can.
Ivate, and Fifi Liu. So
Woo!
congratulations, all of you. Well done.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Thank you
My
so
fans
much
get
for
a gift.
joining
Woo!
us. Yeah, that was great. I think it's nice to see a good interaction between all the panelists. It's as if I was watching some chat. So it's really awesome. So, in one word, how would you describe your curtain experience? In one word, how would you describe your curtain experience? I will go with Mr. Bangladesh there, where I can see behind your screen there's Bangladesh there. Yay, Bangladesh, right?
Yeah, well, that's actually my national team jersey, so I had it hung up.
All right.
Uh, for me, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience, basically.
So one word is amazing.
I would say amazing, yeah.
All right. So what's so amazing about it?
The people, the place, the food, the location, the overall experience that I had. I spent 4.5 years in Miri, and it was so great that after I graduated, I've visited Miri twice already. So
Alright.
if there wasn't COVID, I would probably come back again. But I don't think Malaysia is accepting international people right now.
Well, soon.
We will open the border for you.
to see you.
They do.
Yeah.
Right, let's hear from Lenny. Lenny, what's your one word?
Colorful.
Colorful.
That's my
Why
one
colorful?
word. Yeah. Because I had a lot of different experiences, even outside, like apart from what we already talked about, you know, like the dance club and the studying, you know, like in class and everything. But I also joined other clubs as well, like the theater club and also the board game club as their graphic designer and all that. So like I did a lot of different things, met a lot of different people, had a lot of different experiences, and a lot of really meaningful conversations with a lot of the people that I met there. So I feel like everything is just colorful because they're all different, but they all are memorable at the same time. Yeah.
Wow, fantastic. And let's hear from Julius. What's your one word?
I would say fun. Yeah, I like study, so study is fun. I like the environment. I mean, I like nature, so it's fun. Yeah, everything is fun to me. So, I mean, maybe we all here have a positive mindset. So everything is good, even it's challenge or even it's a failure for me. As long as we can take it positively, it's never a failure. It's just a lesson, right? So that's why I would say it's fun. As long as, you know, always bring in the mindset of I mean, nothing, there's no big deal, you know, you can do it again. I think life is supposed to be a fun journey. So, and Curtin can actually, you know, let you make it more colorful and make it more amazing in a sense. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And Dr. Ngu, what's your one word?
Initially, when I first arrived, I feel like, wow, this is challenging. This is the first time I need to teach international students and students who speaks Mandarin, who speaks English, and from diverse background. But after 10 years, I will feel like the experience has turned exciting. It's so exciting to learn new things. It's so exciting and mind-blowing when you get to see people who has different perspective. And you feel like your worldview becomes broad. You get to see things differently and you learn new things along the way. So I would say exciting.
Wow, fantastic. For my first trip to Miri, not really my first trip, but one of my first few trips, I actually tasted something that's uniquely Sarawak. It's like the umai. I loved it so much. I was like trying to find it again here, but it's so rare. I can't find it. You know it's umai, right? Have you guys tried the umai?
We have the Kalabit store
It's like a
near the town.
ceviche. It's like a ceviche. They have fish ceviche, slightly raw. It's really awesome. Nah, Julius, you should try.
Oh, mine is
Oh, I know
really
it's Kolomi.
good.
Oh, I know it's Kolomi there. Oh, I know it's Kolomi.
I've had Sarawakian laksa.
Sarawak laksa is awesome,
Yeah.
right?
Sarawak laksa is amazing.
Right,
Kolomi.
Sarawak laksa is amazing, right?
Yeah, it is. And I've gone to like 10 different Malaysian restaurants in New York, and no, it's not the same. Like, you have to have laksa in Malaysia.
Right, you
Yeah.
need probably that's a business thing that you can do over in
Yeah, you can
Manhattan.
start it up there.
Yeah, you can bring, Sarawak laksa
That's it.
or some umais
That's
over.
it.
That would be really fantastic. So, our Curtin team will be contacting these winners. So, if you receive a message from our Curtin team asking you for your details, kindly remember to respond to them and check your junk box as well. If
And don't give your credit card detail.
yes, we won't ask
We
for
will
your
not
credit
ask for
card
it. We
details.
will not ask for your credit card details. So if
Yeah,
somebody
we won't
asks for it,
ask
it's
for
not
your
from
credit
Curtin.
card details.
Yes.
So no worries. Right. So last wish for Christmas. This is December, right? You guys want to wish your audience Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas,
New
Happy New
Year.
Year, and we'll
Happy New
see you again for our next installment of
Yes.
Going Places with Curtin Degree. Thank you so much, guys. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, run so fast.
Wow.
Brother needs to go.